Bonsoir everybody. A very warm welcome then. France take on Iraq in the FIFA World Cup. And well, this is a huge game for France. They could potentially qualify tonight. They didn't have the best of outings on match day one, with a draw of course, but this is a huge test for Iraq too, in their quest to maybe get to the top of Group I. Of course, France desperately need a win, otherwise it's Norway next time out. Well then, let's get down to business then. France then, well, Mike Maignan returns in goal. Hernandez, Corto, Saliba and Koundé. Doué, Kolu, Tchouaméni, Mbappé, Dembele and Elise up front for France. Keep an eye out for Kolu, Barcola, Thuram, Cherki on the bench. Upamecano, Samba, Hernandez and Cherki too. Barcola, sorry. So Cherki twice. Anyway, France though, one more draw at Senegal in the opening game. A win tonight would put them on course for an incredible 7 out of 9 in top spot finish. Iraq, on the other hand, a loss out to Norway. Haaland got the better of them. Rafi Adani comes in when, well, there is a big emphasis on trying to get names right in commentary tonight. This was the game last night, but Iraq, though, back at a World Cup again, and this could be a huge night for them. Well then, what can... Well, not sure what's happening to Elise, but what can happen then for these two sides? Will France dominate, or will Iraq hold on? Time to find out. We're underway here in Atlanta. This is officially the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, but depending on how you put it, then it's a incredible engineering marvel in the middle of the home of Atlanta United as well. Here's Francois Kolu. Koundé. Kolu on the ball. Got a lot of space here on the edge of the area. That's what Kolu trying to find a gap, but he's being forced in. Tchouaméni and Corto meeting up. Antoine Corto. Tchouaméni. Kolu on the ball! Well, that didn't take long, did it? Francois Kolu scores again for France. And it was the pass from Tchouaméni. Kolu turned first time on the spin, hammered it past the keeper, and France are 1-0 up at Iraq. This man just can't stop scoring, can he? Well, Francois Kolu sends France 1-0 up in the World Cup. Iraq coming back here. Abiani offside, but Al-Mazani on the right with the pass, and it was, yeah, off by a knee. Iraq picking up the ball in the midfield, right in the spot where France don't want it, but it's recovered easily by Aurélien Tchouaméni. Michael Elise. Francois Kolu, the goal scorer. Desiré Doué. What tricks he's got up his sleeve. Mbappé on the left-hand side. Doué into Kolu. Played forward. Ousmane Dembele, 2-0. Rocket strike from the Frenchman. And this France team are already looking unstoppable this afternoon. That on the first time volley from Dembele. Sometimes in those positions you just have to smash it. And Iraq can't quite believe it. I see they've got Al Pacino on the touchline, looks like. Or a younger Al Pacino. Here come Iraq again. Varane! Maignan boots it upfield and away. Francois Collou almost making a good touch on the ball. Moslavi. Down the left-hand side for Iraq. Brought in and Maignan, good save. Here's Collou. Brought to Ousmane Dembele. Elise. Jules Koundé. Chip forward for Collou again. Francois Collou inside the box and it's cleared away. Jizlaoui into Moslawi. Al-Babilawi. Bayrani. I'm just getting my practice in. Here's Mbappe. Into Elise. Dembele on the ball. Dembele hitting one! Worth an effort. Really is worth an effort. Rafi Adani not fazed by that one at all. Well, there have been hundreds of Iraq fans. It's almost been a reverse of 2003. And now here come Iraq into the box. Habani hits the post. Here's Dembele. Now Elise. France turning defence into attack. Collou and Dembele in support. Here comes Elise. Challenger to the floor. Collou on the end of it. Mbappe wide of the mark. Well, it's not yet lift-off for last World Cup's Golden Boot winner. Scored 8 in Qatar. And Iraq take the goal kick. Forward by Rafi Adani. Already Chouameni on the ball. Here's Elise into Collou again. Expect at least Mbappe to find one. Here's Dembele on the counter. And well, it wasn't quite to be. Rafi Adani is, well, keeping Iraq somewhat in it. Well, I think that's quite generous to say. I will say, what a stadium Atlanta they have here in Atlanta. And it is France almost having a go. Chouameni. Here's Elise. Collou! He's done it again! Francois Collou has got 2 on the night here against Iraq. And I think that's a 3rd World Cup goal for him. What a start to his World Cup for Francois Collou. Well, if anything, no one has actually scored more than 8 goals in, I think, since the Italia 90 days. I think it was Stoichkov who bagged double figures one time, but stats for later. Here's Mbappe. Running forward, and this is probably going to be the end of the half here for France and Iraq. Oh, they're letting it run. Here's Theo Hernandez. Here's Chouameni. Collou! Oh. Well, I think he wanted a 3rd before half-time, and that would be day done for him. But at the half-time break, though, 2 goals from Francois Collou, 1 from Ousmane Dembele. But Francois Collou certainly pulling the strings in this game here today. France 3, Iraq 0. Half time here in Atlanta. Well then, no shortage of action in the first half. 2 goals from Francois Colou, 1 from Dembele. And we've got 45 minutes more football here in Atlanta to play tonight. Abiani playing it on for his winger, but Theo Hernandez is in the right place at the right time to stop that one. Doué. Aurelien Tchouameni, Colou on the ball. Well, this has just shown how deadly this France attack is. And you have to say, they really are enjoying it. And a foul given in the middle of the park. And it is Iraq who will profit maybe off this one. Furatani coming off, and well, there's a fresh face coming on. I'm not sure who yet, but we'll find out. Ubaidi, there we go. Theo Hernandez, great little pickup. Here's Desiree Doué. Now, can he dance away? Mbappe. Forward to Elise. Desiree Doué. Francois Colou. Tchouameni. Mbappe still progressing on the ball here. Mbappe across to Dembele. Doué. Cut out by the Iraqi defence. And there was some interesting comments made after the Senegal game. Sorry, Rafi Diani picking up the ball now, but from the French head coach Didier Deschamps. But it was the best of games. Here's Dembele, Mbappe. Here's Desiree Doué trying to get past that centre back, but it wasn't quite enough for France to get through. Moslawi. Habiani played forward to Bibilawi. And Iraq, he just mixed kicked it. Theo Hernandez in the right place at the right time to shrug him off there. Here's Doué. Chip forward and away to Mbappe. Tchouameni. 20 to go here. Here's Dembele. Francois Colou almost on a hat-trick. And, well, it was going to be a shot, but it didn't turn out to be. Bayrani onto Ubaidi. It's a shame if Iraq didn't get a goal out of this game. They've attacked well. Ubaidi. Maignan with a good save. Moslawi, good burst of pace. Iraq on the ball, but it's not quite to be. Colou. Desiree Doué. Aurelien Tchouameni. Dembele trying to cut on the ball, but it wasn't quite to be. Bayrani now on the ball. Abiani, Ubaidi, the substitute. Al-Maysani on the right-hand side. Iraq, and that's, well, very, very wide of the mark. Well, Desiree Doué comes off for his club mate, Zaire Emery, both in the U team at Paris Saint-Germain. Alright, Doué came from Rennes, I think, but off the top of my head. Here's Antoine Courteau, played forward. And France have got at least 10 behind the ball here. It's more trying to stop the bleeding, I think, more than... Here's Elise, laid across, Tchouameni, Dembele. Too many Iraqi bodies in the middle. Here's Saliba. Oh, that's lovely and clever from William Saliba. Turning on the style. Mbappe. Tchouameni. Colou to Tchouameni. Here's Dembele. Trying to cut round. Shatari gets in there. Al-Ramadi. But that is it. France stormed to a 3-0 win. Francois Collou dominates. Didier Deschamps will be absolutely delighted with that. And at the full-time whistle then, France will be extremely pleased. Francois Collou with a wide, beaming smile. They progress on to Norway with a shot at the top spot in the group. Full-time here then in Atlanta. France 3, Iraq 0.